washed it and haven't done anything with it. It looks like a rat's nest. Okay, so hi Chelsea. My SP is on his way over right now. Just wanted to watch until he comes. Oh, yay! Oh, darling, I'm so pleased. Hooray! Good for you. Just assume he loves you, darling. He loves you so much. That's why he's back. Just keep saying that in your head, okay? Oh, hi, guys. Hi, Paul Hoy. Isn't it late there where you are? Smart Stock, Sunnyside 1980, Brittany, Milos Actor. So many people here. So many regulars. Charlie 14. Hi, guys. So, guys, if you have sent me a request for one-to-one coaching in the TikTok, I haven't got to that yet. I've got to my Messenger requests, but I haven't got to my TikTok requests for coaching. So please know I have seen your request. I'm getting to you after this live. I'm so sorry. I've had live calls all morning. And tomorrow I am booked from 7 to 4. I don't even have... Oh, no, I've got 1 hour to go live at 12 p.m. Hooray! Otherwise, you're not going to get your live video tomorrow. So, guys, 12 Perth time, I mean. So it'll be like 11 p.m. EST. It's a bit late for the people in the US, but oh well. Unless I do it at 6 in the frickin' morning, and I don't think I want to go live at 6 in the morning, guys. So, guys, do you have any questions for me? So please know I am getting back to you if you are waiting on a request for coaching. Okay, guys? Do I affirm that SP always forgives me? You don't even have to affirm that, darling. Just assume he's forgiven you. All is forgiven. Whatever it is that you did, why would you assume you've done something wrong for him to forgive you for? I wouldn't even talk about forgiveness, guys, half the time in your affirmations because it assumes you've done something wrong. Don't even talk. That's including the old story. Like, something happened where they need to forgive me. Just forget it ever happened. Go back and revise whatever the incident is, darling, that's causing you to think he has to forgive you all the time. Okay, does that make sense? I manifested a Cher mug yesterday. What, Cher the singer? Oh my God, how cool. I love Cher. Love her. Affirmations for arguments, fights, how to prevent them. I get along with everyone. My relationships are always so harmonious. Harmonious is a good word to use, darling, to not have any arguments with anybody. My communication with everyone is always perfect. I love these lives. Oh, thanks, Chelsea. Any questions? Hi, Brittany. Hi, guys. Hi, Gina. So glad I jumped on coaching early. You're so filled up now. Congrats. Yes, Sarah. I know, seriously, I looked at my thing today and I was like trying to fit someone else in and they wanted a certain time. It was already taken within an hour. I was like, fuck. And then I was like, when am I going to eat and go to the toilet? It's crazy. I have to rethink this whole thing. Anyway, guys. Yes, Sarah, I'm so glad you jumped on early too. It's a mug with Cher on it. I just love it. Oh, I love Cher. Do affirmations actually change someone physically or is it your perception? Do you mean the ones about you, darling, or the ones about the other people? They can change you and them physically, absolutely. Okay, because your thoughts create. So if you want to create a new body, you tell your mind. I just got off a call which was all about health and we were talking about, there's this fantastic affirmation by Joseph Murphy and it says, I trust that my subconscious mind, which created my body, knows how to heal it. Okay, and is constantly renewing my cells, my tissues, etc. If you're talking about physical body, because your subconscious creates your body, guys. Okay, so it knows how to heal it and recreate it and change you physically, if that's what you're talking about, darling. Or you're talking about perception of the person. Just rewrite that one so I know what you meant. I rewrote my story and it feels so much better. Oh, yay, darling. Oh, good. Guys, it does feel so much better when you write your own story about your life. Honestly, God, my hair's so fluffy. It makes you feel amazing when you rewrite your childhood because you're like, oh, that shit didn't happen. Actually, I need to do that. Have I done that or I just revised? Actually, I'm not even taking my own advice. Even I've not done that. I've rewritten my SP story and stuff like that, but I haven't rewritten my childhood. I'm going to go do that tonight when I get a break. So, guys, because it really does help. It's like revising your entire past. I wanted a friend back, then I felt the need to reach out, and we're back. Oh, yay, darling. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Do you have any advice or affirmations when movement slows down? There is no such thing as no movement. I'm always seeing movement. I always see evidence of my manifestations. I see evidence of my manifestations now. Okay? Something like that, darling. And just assume there's always movement. Doesn't matter that I can't see anything. There's always movement. How do I know what's happening? You can say to yourself, I don't know what's happening. It's behind the scenes. There's always movement. Can I manifest that he does not remember anything negative about me and how? Yes, darling, just rewrite the old story. Write the story, throw it away, write the new story as if none of that shit ever happened and revise it. Go back and revise the incident. Any of the bad stuff, act like it never happened. Go back and change it. Loop that scene until it feels natural. I mean, for example, in SP's attitude, I'm affirming they're happy. Do they actually become happy? Yes, darling. Okay, if you see them differently, they will affirm the change. How you see people is how they'll turn up. What you assume about them is how they'll show up in your reality. They have no choice, guys. A really negative person with you could be not negative because you keep affirming they're so happy all the time, they're so pleasant to be around. With someone else, it'll be negative as fuck, but with you, they're not. Okay? Yes, absolutely. He's so happy all the time. He's a bundle of joy every time I see him. Nothing bothers him. He's loving life. They can be your affirmations for him, darling. So many negative thoughts today. Does it undo all of my hard work the past week? I'm so frustrated. No, darling, don't say you're frustrated because then you're telling your mind to be frustrated. Okay? It doesn't undo it. Just jump back on the horse. Feel the frustration, let it out. Go and shout at a tree or something. Punch a punching bag. Get over it. Jump on the horse, but don't say it's going to fuck anything up. It doesn't matter what I do, I can't fuck this up. It doesn't matter what I do, I can't mess up my manifestations. Say that to yourself, darling. How do you know when you should reach out to them? Well, I don't know the answer to that, darling. I'm not in your subconscious, and I don't know how you're feeling about it. I don't know if you're coming from a place of rejection. I don't know if you're fully living the end in your mind that you're together. I can't know that. But I wouldn't reach out unless you're coming from a place of complete confidence and knowing how they're going to react to you, darling. Honestly. Hi, Paul. I'm really believing now. Yes, Paul. Good for you. Lately, I feel I don't... What'd you say, darling? Oh, God, this is going so fast. Lately, I feel I don't need him as much and putting myself on the pedestal. Hooray, my darling, that's how you meant to feel. I hope this isn't a silly question. No, nothing's a silly question. My sister has really bad skin. I want to heal it. She doesn't... Something. I don't know the rest of that, darling, but listen... Just say, my sister has such beautiful skin. Imagine people commenting on her skin. Do a visualization where people say, oh my God, your skin's looking so beautiful. Or you imagine her ringing up and saying, oh my God, my skin's completely cleared. Everyone's commenting on my skin. I'm so happy. Imagine a telephone conversation with her, darling, and just say, my sister's skin is beautifully clear. Her complexion is perfection. Okay? I feel exactly the same way today. I want to give up, but deep down I don't. You guys don't need to give up. Can I manifest my SP even if I'm not affirming them as much, but because manifesting my modeling career? Darling, don't worry about not manifesting the SP. When you focus on you, they focus on you. If you're focusing on your modeling career, that's great. Do it. Any advice? I didn't see the question. Anna Pearl, where is it? I've got contact with SP. Do I stop affirming messages and start on seeing him in person, doing steps? Yes, darling. If you want to say he's constantly wanting to see me, he's constantly with me, he can't spend enough time with me, he's obsessed with me now. Yep, you can do that, darling. Absolutely. That's wonderful you've got contact. I feel like I should forget about him, but I kind of want him back. Guys, you don't need to forget about them. You don't. Okay? That's ridiculous. That's some LOA bullshit about letting go and forgetting. It's just ridiculous. Yes, go and shout at a tree. Exactly. Oh, now I've got no bloody questions. See if I've missed any. Yeah. Guys, the thing is happening again where I'm saying, how can I manifest someone answering my call? Why do you keep calling them? Why are you doing that? If they're not answering your call, darling, you're coming from a place of desperation and rejection when you're calling. Stop that immediately and start affirming in your mind that you're together. They're not going to pick up the phone what you're thinking when you're calling. Guys, you've got to understand that it's your thinking that matters, not your doing. What you do doesn't matter in the 3D out here. It's what you're thinking in your mind while you're doing it that matters. If you're calling someone, you think, God, I hope he picks up. I hope he doesn't leave me on read when I send a text. He doesn't like me as much as I like him. Why isn't he answering? He won't. Guys, it's what you're thinking that matters, not what you do. My SP was starting to form, but today she went backwards and I reacted crying. How do I fix it? Don't worry, darling. Okay, did you cry in front of her? Don't worry. Don't beat yourself up. Okay, just jump back on the horse, seeing them differently. It doesn't matter that they're not showing up yet as exact, like, confirmation of what you want. It's slow. The 3D is slow. It takes a while to catch up to your new assumptions. Don't overreact. Have a cry by yourself. Don't beat yourself up about the way you reacted and start fresh. You can revise it if you want. Go back and revise the scene if it was really bothering you. But don't think it's going to fuck it up. It's fine. You don't need to fix anything, darling. You really, really, really don't. Can your manifestations happen immediately? I've no idea, guys. I've no idea about time. I'm not in your subconscious mind. Have you convinced yourself that it's 100% true? If so, yeah, sure. But when people ask me about time, I'm assuming they don't understand that they have to convince themselves completely for things to happen straight away. I'm not in your subconscious, guys, and I'm not Yoda. I can't tell you about when or how it's going to happen. That's not how manifestation works. All you can control is what you're thinking. You can't control the when or the how. It's just totally impossible. Also, thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Petra. Any more questions, guys? Aussie, yes, of course I am. Can't you hear it? What? I can't see the rest of that one, darling. You're wondering the same. What are you wondering the same? My SP and I are in contact, but we hardly text. Should I carry on as normal and just keep affirming? Yes, my darling. Yes. Don't worry about the hardly texting. Just assume they're together with you in your mind. Forget about the not constant contact yet. It'll come. And say, he's constantly calling and texting me. He's blowing up my phone. I noticed after I affirm he only thinks about me, he's never posting any girls like he did. Hooray, darling. Okay, thank you. I've calmed down now since then. I'm going to affirm and the progress will come back. Yes, darling. Just forget about the reaction. Sometimes you do react and it does seem to fuck things up, but you've got to go and revise it and act like it didn't fuck things up. And you've got to say, it doesn't matter what I do, I can't fuck this up. Okay? How to act towards someone that's constantly being rude to you. Can you just ignore them altogether? No, I wouldn't do any of that, darling. They're being rude to you because you're assuming they're rude to you. It's in your question. They're constantly being rude to you. That person's constantly being rude to me. And guess what they'll be? Constantly rude to you. The problem is you, darling, not them. Ignoring them won't make any fucking difference. It's what you're thinking about them in your mind. Start saying, they're so pleasant to me. They're so lovely to be around. That person loves me so much. And they'll be different. Whatever you say about them, guys, is how they'll be. Whatever you assume them to be is how they'll show up. Ignoring them is not going to do shit. What you do in the 3D, guys, in your outside world doesn't make any difference. It's what you're thinking that matters. Your thoughts create, not your actions. Understand? Do you recommend reaching out or letting them come to you? Have you watched any of my lives? I do not recommend reaching out to anyone, guys, if you're coming from a place of rejection, desperation, or neediness. Are you doing that? Is that how you're feeling? Why can't you trust them to contact you? Now, if you feel absolute confidence that you and he are together in your mind, that they'll be thrilled to hear from you, go ahead and contact them. Absolutely. But I can't know if you're in that state, and most people on here aren't in that state. That's why I'm saying that. It's up to you, darling. I'm not in your subconscious. I don't know. I'm not good at visualization. Is saying affirmation stuff? Absolutely. Just affirm. Not everyone can visualize. Don't worry about it. Yes, you don't want to be chasing. You want to be pursued, darling. Absolutely, Milos. Any more questions, guys? I'm just seeing people joining. No fucking questions. Guys, if you can't see a question, put it in the little question box, won't you? I don't know why this happens all the time. I've got 62 people here. No freaking questions. Hi, Lane. I'm getting back to your feedback. Hi, I can see you. I just haven't got to the inbox yet. So, posted a song and I listened to it and it was about hating a girl. What are you talking about? They posted a song? Guys, please don't worry about their social media and what they're doing. You're putting so much meaning into it. It doesn't mean anything unless you think it means something. Is that what you're talking about? They're wondering if they should reach out first or manifest them to reach out first. Yes, I know that. No, manifest them to reach out first. Unless you're absolutely convinced that they will be thrilled to hear from you, I wouldn't contact them first. Absolutely not. Look, other manifestation coaches say, oh, that's a limiting belief and you should contact them. Yeah, but I've seen that end in tears many, many times. I've been on a lot of manifestation groups where people ask my advice. They go, I'm going to text them anyway. And I go, uh-huh. And I can tell from their question that they don't feel confident. That's why they're asking the question. If you have to ask the question, should I contact them? The answer is in the fact that you asked the question. Your lack of confidence in how they're going to react, your lack of confidence in what you're going to do is in the question, the fact that you even asked. Does that make sense? So the amount of times I'm on these manifestation groups and I say, you are asking the question, therefore the answer is no. And they're like, oh, I was just wondering. I'm like, why are you wondering? If you were absolutely confident about their reaction, you wouldn't even need to come into this forum and ask the question. Therefore, the answer is don't do it. Make sense? Guys, all I'm saying is people joining. I can't see a fucking question. How annoying. Do you believe in signs? No, darling. Absolutely not. Signs just mean what you think they mean. I don't manifest signs. I manifest what I want. Why would you want a sign when you could just get the thing you want? As Neville said, signs follow, they do not proceed. They follow from you really living in the end. Absolutely, if you think that's a sign, take it as a sign. But most of the time, the signs come after your manifestation, not before. I know it sounds weird, but that's how it works. Guys, I can't see a single solitary question. Oh, here we go. How do you know when your manifestations aren't working and you need to change your technique? Okay, the weird sisters, you haven't been watching me very long, have you? There are no techniques, darling. If you've been watching some LOA idiot on here telling you about new technique, they're a fucking moron. Please stop watching them. There are no techniques. The only technique there is I am. I am that. I am that already to manifest what you want. Believe you are that already. In your mind, you're already together. In your mind, you're already married. I am married. I am a millionaire. In your mind, you imagine you are a millionaire. That's the only technique there is. There ain't no others. If you're not doing that, that's why it ain't working. Okay? Use the affirmations to replace your negative thinking so you can feel that you are that. That's what affirmations are for. To stop your shitty negative thinking that's pulling you out of living in the end of being that already. I recommend affirming, visualizing, and living in the end. That's it. I don't know what you're doing, but if you're doing techniques. So our grab a boy numbers nonsense. I don't even know what this shit is, guys, but if I've never fucking heard of it, it's nonsense. It's just your subconscious thinking manifesting your life. I just don't know what to say to you guys. I don't know what shit you've been watching, but please stop. I need to release toxic relationship. Affirmations to release a toxic relationship. Well, guess what, darling? Stop fucking calling it a toxic relationship. That's why it is one. You're creating it with your words. Your brain is always listening. That's a book that just came out this week by one of America's top psychiatrists. Your brain is always listening. What are you telling your brain? You're in a toxic relationship. It's a toxic relationship. It's so toxic. It's awful. He's an asshole. Urgh. And guess what it turns up as? Stop fucking saying that. It's a wonderful relationship. I'm in the best relationship. They treat me so beautifully. They love me and only me. Your brain is listening. Stop saying that shit. How to manifest forgiveness. What? Of yourself or them? If you're trying to forgive them, you've not understood manifesting. Guys, your thoughts create. If they've done something to upset you, guess what? You caused it. With your shitty thinking about you and them. You don't have to forgive them. You have to forgive you for having shitty negative thoughts that created the situation. Guys, if you think you need to forgive the person and you don't understand that you create everything with your thinking, go and watch my series called How to Manifest an Apology. You won't like it because I'm basically saying by the end of it, everything is created by your thinking. Cheating, lying, abuse. Sorry, it just is. Unless you're a child. It just is. And the sooner you accept that, the quicker you can turn things around. But if you're expecting to forgive the other person, you're still holding on to hurt. You have to accept that you create everything with your thinking. If you can't do that, forgiving them is not going to do shit because you're still blaming them. I forgive you, but you caused it. No. I forgive me because I caused it. That's the way to think of forgiveness. That's what you need to affirm. I forgive me for the shit I caused in my life with my shitty thinking. You're manifesting not seeing the comments. Oh, no, I keep saying that, don't I? Oh, I'm not seeing the comments. I should say, I'm seeing all the comments. I'm seeing all the questions. You're right, darling. You're right. This TikTok live works so well, and I can always see all the questions. How do we change the feeling of lack? Guys, do you understand that you create your reality? What are you feeling lack about? Lack of what? If you're living in the end in your mind, you have everything already. Lack is looking at the 3D world and going, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? You're not living in the end. You're not doing what I'm saying. You're not saying, I am married already. Oh, in my mind, I'm married. In my mind, we're together. You're looking at the outside world for evidence. Guys, if you keep doing that, you're going to feel lack all the time because it ain't there in front of you. It hasn't showed up yet. You getting this? You've got to live in the end in your mind, not out here. The feeling of lack is coming from a thought of, where is it? Feelings don't mean shit, guys. You can't change the feeling. All you can change is the thought. A feeling of lack is coming from a thought about lack. Does that make sense? Thought first, then feeling. Feelings don't generate by themselves. You're thinking it's not here. You're thinking you're not going to get what you want. You're thinking lack thoughts. Make sense? Sorry, guys. I'm just going to scroll up in case I missed any. I I've been doing money affirmations and was refunded over $800 down my debit card. Well done, Gina. Hooray. That's very good. I keep dwelling on the fact that we aren't talking. Well, then you won't be talking. There's your lack thought right there. You're dwelling. The place you most often return is your dwelling place. That's what Neville calls it. The place you most often return is your dwelling place. What is your dwelling place? I'll tell you what your dwelling place is. You're not in contact. We aren't talking. And guess what will perpetuate in your 3D? You not talking. Him not contacting you. That's your dwelling place. The place you most often return in your mind. Stop doing that. Do you have to say out loud, or can you just think your affirmations? Guys, thinking them is more important. They're new thoughts. You're replacing old ones. I just say it out loud because I find that I do that naturally. I can't help myself. But you've got to think it when you're saying it out loud. You've got to think it if you're writing it, but you've got to think it, think it, think it, think it, think it. That's what you're trying to do, replace the thinking. What do you do if you're getting too impatient? Well, darling, you're not living in the end. If you're getting impatient, you're not understanding that you create everything and the only person in control is you, and you've got to be patient and wait for it to turn up. You're not living in the end. Guys, if you're feeling impatient, you're not living in the end in your mind. You're not understanding that you're the power. I don't know what to say to you. Feelings of impatience and worrying about the time, worrying about the how is coming from a place of not understanding that you've got to live up here in your 5D all the time. You have it already. Well, why would you be worried about being impatient if it's already here in your mind? What does it mean when I'm manifesting my ex and I see his name and signs of him everywhere? It means absolutely fucking nothing, Veronica Roman. It just means what you think it means. So if you think that means something, it means something. To me, it means nothing. But you give meaning to that name that you see everywhere and you think that means he's coming, well, give it good meaning, darling, and make it mean that that's coming, because you can tell your subconscious that's a sign that he's coming and it'll make it true. Okay, signs are only what you think they mean, guys. I've been doing Neville Goddard 8 hours sleep. What's that, darling? Has someone done an affirmation tape of his on YouTube for 8 hours? What was it? Never heard of it. Can I manifest growing taller? Yes, darling. Just to manifest, just to affirm, I love being so tall. I love how tall I am. People are always commenting on how tall I look. Okay, and then have a visualization. People saying, have you grown? Hi from Melbourne. Hello, I'm in Perth. What are some good affirmations to make someone stop drinking, smoking, and going out? Just if it's you want them to spend time with you, they love spending time with me, they don't want to spend time with anybody but me. Okay, then see them differently. See them coming to you and saying, or hear them coming to you and saying, oh, I don't want to smoke or drink anymore. I just don't like it anymore. I'm throwing that booze down the sink. I've thrown away the cigarettes in the bin. Okay? I just want to spend time with you. Imagine a visualization or hearing them saying that, darling. Okay? How do you stop going to your dwelling place? Affirm. Yes, guys, but live in the end in your mind. Your new dwelling place needs to be you're living in the end scene. You and he sitting on the couch watching Netflix 30 years after your wedding. If Netflix is still around. You and your beautiful baby that you had with them. You and your $1 million mansion. That's your dwelling place. Okay, guys? I was feeling tired and thought about the old story. What's the best distraction to prevent that? Just affirming, guys. Affirming your new thinking. Get back on your affirmations as soon as you dwell on old shitty things and you think of the old story. Jump back in there with the affirmations. No, he loves me and only me. I'm the only girl for him. We are so happily, blissfully married. Whatever it is, that's the opposite of the old story, okay? Get on your affirmations straight away. Jump in on those. Any more questions, guys? Just seeing if I've missed any. I meditate with breathing while doing the affirmations. How do you feel about that? Guys, meditation, if it helps you, do it. Neville said that meditation isn't necessary, but you do want to get yourself into a nice drowsy state for visualizing especially. And he says you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe in, you breathe out and get yourself in a state. And that's like meditating. So if it helps you, darling, do it. Absolutely. And it's good for your mental health anyway, turning off your monkey mind. Any more questions, guys? 64 people and I can't see a question. Got it. Yes, got it. Good, Veronica. Yes, Neville got out 8 hours sleep on YouTube. Ah, is it something like, isn't it wonderful? Is he repeating that, or is he saying, I have something, a lavish income of mutual benefit, or what is it? What is he saying? Or is it something about him telling you how to visualize? I'd love to know what that is. I must look it up. Any more questions? If he's checking Insta story, does it mean anything? Darling, it means what you think it means. If you want to say that him checking your Insta story means he's constantly thinking about you, make it that. Affirm that he's constantly thinking about me because he keeps checking my stories. I know he's thinking about me because he keeps checking my stories. Make it mean that, darling. You give the meaning. I can't give you the meaning. There are no such things as signs. It's whatever you think they mean. Okay, give it really good meaning. Can you look at your SP's picture and have loving conversations with them? Is that okay? That's a great idea. Hey, baby, you miss me when I'm away, don't you? I love you so much. You love me. I know you do. Then he talks back. It's great. Just don't look at it longingly and sadly, okay, like it's a past thing. When you're singing along a sad song, yes, don't do it. Guys, turn off Spotify or the radio if it's got sad love songs, don't. Are you manifesting when you're singing a sad song? Yes, guys, don't do it. It puts you in a bad mood. It makes you depressed and sad and lonely and anxious, and don't listen to shitty music that's making you feel bad. If it's pulling you out of your place in your mind where you're together and then you start listening to a breakup song, you'll start listening to the lyrics and freaking out. Don't do that. Okay, guys, your mood does really affect you, so don't get yourself in a mood of sadness by listening to sad music. Isn't it wonderful? It's amazing. Ah, that's what it was. Isn't it wonderful? That's really Neville's only affirmation they use. Isn't it wonderful? Meaning, isn't everything wonderful? Okay? That's a great one to use if things are going wrong and you just, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Is there a specific amount of affirmations? Yes, guys, don't do too many. I mean, you can do heaps of self-concept ones to build yourself up. I'm beautiful. I'm known. Everyone who I want wants me. When I walk in a room, people take notice. When I talk, people listen. I am wanted. I'm adored. I am loved. Whatever. Those ones, you can do heaps. But for your person, for your house, for your car, do 3 or 4, max 5, okay? Because you've got to impress your subconscious mind. Yes, delete the song. When manifesting an SP, should you do self-concept affirmations first and then SP affirmations? It doesn't matter of the order, guys. It just matters that you are concentrating more on you. You're focusing more on you with your self-concept, okay? That's why I'm saying do it a lot, because you're changing you to change them, not changing them. Any more questions, guys? I might have missed a few. I only listen to self-love songs and inspiring songs. Yes, Gina, that's a good idea. Anything that makes you build you up, feel like a queen or a king, okay, listen to those. Makes you feel happy. Any more questions, guys? So, guys, if you don't follow me, do follow me, because I go live twice daily, in the morning Australia time and the evening Australia time, which is normally, the morning is US night time and the other time of the day is morning time, UK time. Okay, so do follow me at Manifest Live with Loz. If you would like one-to-one coaching with me, do DM me in the TikTok or on the Facebook group. You can find me in Messenger there. I'm the admin. It's Manifest space, live space, with space, Loz. Put the spaces in between when you're searching on Facebook, or click the link in my bio. I save all these lives in there. I'm adding them today. I know I said yesterday I would add them. I'm adding more today. There's about 35 lives in there. You can watch back hours and hours and hours of questions answered. You can ask each other questions, give each other help. It's a beautiful, positive community of over 400 TikTokers in there. It's lovely. Go and join, guys, and you can watch these lives back. Especially if I've answered your question, you want to listen to the answer again. Any more questions, guys? I'm just seeing people joining. One-to-one coaching is amazing. Anyone who can should do it. Oh, thanks, Christina. We just had our coaching this morning. Oh, we had a lovely chat. Does it feel things fall apart before it works? No, darling. If you keep saying that shit, that's exactly what will happen. You're manifesting that by literally, you're affirming it out loud by saying things might fall apart before they come together. Well, that's exactly what will happen to you. I don't believe that shit, so it won't happen to me. You see what I'm saying? Your mind is always hearing you. Stop saying that. It's not true, so don't say it. I love your style. Oh, thanks, Mumma B. Ari has the best songs for manifesting. Oh, Ariana Grande. Yeah, Ariana Grande has about 4 songs about manifesting, doesn't she? I just said her name wrong. I realized today that the way my SP treated me has messed up my self-concept, or is that I created that? No, your self-concept messed up how he treated you. And you're thinking it's them, but you already had the shitty thoughts about yourself that then made them treat you shittily. So you need to improve your self-concept so they'll treat you better. How people treat you is solely based on what you think about you and how you think people are going to treat you. I'm a queen, I'm treated like a queen. I'm a piece of shit, no one loves me. 2 different ways of being treated. Your self-concept always comes first, guys. The thought comes first, then the treatment comes after, based on your self-concept. So change it. Are you on YouTube? No, guys, I'm not actually planning on going on YouTube because it's actually a lot more work to go on YouTube. You've got to do the thumbnails and blah, blah, blah. And I would just rather stick to TikTok for now, but do go to the Facebook group to watch the lives back, guys. You've really helped me open my eyes. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Nikki. You're absolutely welcome. Yeah, guys, if you're listening to any more any YouTubers or TikTokers that aren't really talking law of assumption, they're talking more law of attraction, they're talking about the universe providing and waiting and letting go, just try not to listen to them because it's just going to confuse you. I'm not saying that so you watch me. I'm saying that because there's so much confusion in here and people come in here and they're like, what? It's just dominant thinking? Oh, is that all? I'm like, yes. Can I manifest an apology? It's all I want. Well, I can't say your name. Guess what? You caused it. Go and watch my Manifest an Apology series and you'll understand that your shitty thinking about you and them caused the situation. The only person you need to forgive is yourself. You need to apologize to you. Now, you can manifest an apology all you like, but it's not going to change the situation. You can affirm that they come and apologize. I always get apologies that I want. You can visualize them coming to see you and apologizing, but it's not going to change anything because you created it. Go and watch that series, darling. You'll understand. It means you're not forgiven them. You need to forgive yourself and apologize to you for creating it. If you want them back, I wouldn't just expect an apology. I would forgive them completely and forgive yourself. Loz, your live series on Facebook isn't there. Been looking all day. Oh, no, I'm going to post. No, the lives are there, guys. They've just scrolled all the way. You've got to scroll all the way down the page because there's so many questions in there now. But they're in the tab called Topics and they're also in the tab called Photos. So if you go to Photos or Topics, they're all in there. There's about 35 of them in there. I'm adding more today. But you've got to go in the tab, the menu tab. Otherwise, you've got to scroll all the way down the page because there's so many questions in there now. People helping each other. Love. Oh, love your straight up attitude. How did you become that strong? It's awesome. Oh, thanks, darling. Honestly, I used to use my strengths as a cover up for the fact that I wasn't feeling great about myself. So I guess my strength just comes from, I've always feigned strength my whole life. But now it's more coming from a place of I understand myself and I understand how my thoughts are creating. So I'm coming from a place of feeling confident in my answers. Pretty much it, really, darling. But strength isn't really a thing sometimes to be proud of because sometimes it's covering up what you're really feeling. This is what I used to do. Right, I manifested him within a week last time. Now it's been 3 weeks. Okay, don't worry about it, darling. Tips on stopping hot and cold behavior and just manifesting the hot behavior. If your hot and cold behavior in the other person is caused by your hot and cold thinking. He loves me, he doesn't love me, he likes me. Or maybe he doesn't like me as much as I like him. Maybe he's looking at other girls. Maybe he won't answer my text. Maybe he's going to ghost me. And then he does. Hot, cold, hot, cold. 1 minute you think he likes you, 1 minute you think he doesn't. It's got nothing to do with him. It's all your thinking. Stop thinking that shit. What's your spirit animal? I have no idea, darling. Think of one for me. I don't even know what mine would be. Awesome. You're welcome. Not related, but you're so pretty. Oh, thanks, darling. Thank you. Must be the filter. Right. Hang on. I'm scrolling up because I missed a few questions. Can I be with other people while manifesting my feedback? Absolutely, guys. Doesn't fuck things up. If you're married up here in your mind with them, doesn't matter what you do out here. It's what you're thinking that matters. Okay? Date other people. Build your self-esteem up. Build your self-concept up while you're dating. Make you feel good about yourself. Okay? When I started dating someone else, my original SP came back, didn't want him anymore. And my self-concept was high up here. And he was like, I want you back for 7 fucking months. Hung around like a bad smell. Didn't want him. Hi, Loz. I was driving. Oh, you were driving. Doesn't matter. I'm learning my insecurities created it. Yeah, guys, it's hard to take. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think, oh, fuck, I created this breakup. What is wrong with me? Look, we all do it. And when you realize that it's really debilitating at first, you think, what? Oh, my God, I did this. But don't beat yourself up, guys. Just know, now I know better, I'll do better. Okay? Oh, okay. Any more questions? Oh, 25 new messages. Hang on. Oh, where are they? Can I be with other people? I saw that one. I feel you. Never mind. We've fucking got this. Back on the horse we go. Yeah, guys, don't worry. Don't beat yourself up if you reacted. Don't beat yourself up if you got emotional and cried and that in front of the people. Doesn't matter. What about emotionally unavailable people? Well, darling, that's to do with you. It's nothing to do with them. So something in you is causing you to seek out those kind of people. Do you feel you can be fully vulnerable to people? Do you feel like you can fully be yourself with other people? Do you feel like you're not going to be chosen, you're not going to be wanted? That's why you're picking people who won't choose you or want you. It's all about you. It's got nothing to do with them. Your subconscious mind will literally find people to reflect your thinking. It will find evidence of what you already think about you. If you think you're unlovable, it will find people that won't love you. It'll say, see, we told you. If you think you're not chosen, you're not wanted, it will find those fuckers. It'll find fuckboys and people who cheat because it's going to prove to you what you've already thought subconsciously in the back of your mind. It's like a seeking missile. Oh, there it is. There's a person in the room who's going to treat you like shit. Found him. To prove what it's always been telling you in your mind. You've got to get rid of that shit to change the people you attract into your life, darling. It's got nothing to do with them. Do I have a right to stand up for my man when his ex-wife is using him but he can't see it? Part 1. It's hard when there's a baby mama or an ex-wife. Let me say this. See her differently. I know this is going to be hard. She might be a psycho bitch. She might be a narcissist. You've got to see her differently. Stop saying she's using him. Stop saying she bosses him around. Stop saying she treats him like shit. Whatever it is you're saying, start seeing her differently. See her as accommodating, easy to get along with, nice to him, respectful of him, appreciative of him. Okay? She appreciates him so much. They get along so well. They have such a great co-parenting relationship. Whatever it is, see her differently, darling, because however you're seeing her, if you're seeing her as a user, that's how she'll show up. It's got nothing to do with her and everything to do with your discussing her with him, talking about her to people, bitching about her to people, thinking about her that way. She will continue to turn up that way. Trust me, I know this from experience. You've got to stop thinking about them that way. When he wants to engage in conversations about it, try not to engage. I want to confront her. No. But I'm not sure if I have the right, even though she verbally abuses me. Darling, it will do absolutely fucking nothing. In fact, it will make things worse. You've got to do it in your mind. You haven't been watching me very long, have you, Destiny? Nothing you do in the 3D helps, guys. It'll actually make things worse. You've got to do it in your mind. See her differently. See for the blind man. See her as someone completely and utterly different, and she will start to change. See your partner as someone completely differently, who stands up for himself, who has a backbone, who is confident now. He's strong. He's confident. Okay? See him like a superhero. He's got a coat of armor on and nothing fucking bothers him. Okay? See him like that and she won't bother him anymore and he will start standing up naturally to her. But you've got to change the way you see him, the way you see her. It's got nothing to do with them. It's the way you're seeing them and confronting them. Confronting her is going to do fucking nothing except fuck your relationship up. Sorry. It's got nothing. It's none of your business anyway. I keep affirming, but keep changing my affirmations. Well, stop doing that, darling. You've got to convince your subconscious mind of this new belief. And you don't believe it yet. The only time it turns into a belief is when it's repeated 1,000 million zillion times in your mind, and then it becomes a belief. If you keep changing it, it'll get fucking confused, and you won't have this new thought in your mind enough to cause it to become a belief. Stop changing your affirmations, guys. And also, darling, if she's verbally abusing you, that's something in you that allows you to people to verbally abuse you. You have to think about what happened in your childhood that allows people to treat you like that. Are you feeling not wanted, not lovable, not enough? That's why she's treating you like that. People treat you how you feel about you, guys. What you think about you is how they reflect in their behavior toward you. Got nothing to do with her. Go and watch my How to Manifest an Apology series. Go and watch my How to Manifest Properly series. And guys, you'll understand that your thoughts create. It's got nothing to do with the other people. How they treat you is how you think about you. You'll understand this. Or go and watch my lives back in my Facebook group. Hi, guys. Any more questions? Good evening from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia? Wow. Hi. Jesus. Can you really change people by self-affirming? Yes, guys, but you've got to see them differently. Okay? You're going to change the way they act towards you because of the way you feel about you. You're affirming about you, your self-concept affirmations, but also you can see them differently with the affirmations about them. They're so blah, blah, blah now. They're so happy. They're so contented. They're loving life if they're depressed, okay? They're so full of beans. They're so healthy if they're unhealthy, okay? They're so confident. They're so strong. They never take shit from anyone if there's someone who gets walked all over like by an ex-wife. That's a good one, okay? Thank you for giving us so much of your time. Appreciate you. You're welcome, Kay's Vibes. You're welcome, darling. I know I don't really have much time today. I'm going to have to log off soon. Yes, tomorrow I'm not even going to be able to fit in a live if I'm not careful. Got so many one-to-one coaching. So guys, if you want one-to-one coaching with me, just DM me. And what you do is you literally send me the backstory of what you're trying to manifest. And I analyze that for a long time before the call and figure out all the problems and what your psychological issues might be that cause that. Then I ask a lot of questions, probably about your childhood, your backstory, etc., previous relationships, etc., to get to the core of it so we can create personalized tools, okay? Affirmations, creating new stories, a whole lot of stuff that will actually get your manifestation for you, but it's all based on individual stuff that you tell me in the story, okay, guys? So the call is only half an hour, but I've done a lot of work before the call, okay, to make sure that we don't waste time on the call just discussing the old story, okay, guys? Thank you. Any more questions, guys? I'm not seeing any questions again. I see so many questions. I love seeing so many questions in my TikTok comment box. Got to stop affirming the opposite. Thank you. It all of a sudden just gives me all the questions at once. Should I do self-concept in what I'm supposed to be feeling when me and SP are together? Should I do my self-concept in what I'm supposed to feel when me and SP are together? Yes, you can say, I feel loved, I feel wanted. I love how appreciated I am. I'm always showered with love and affection. Okay, if you want him to give you more affection when you're together, you want him to be loving on you and doting on you, say those ones, darling. Does that make sense? That's how he'll then react to you when you're together. I remember when my SP and I got back together, I was starting to say, he gives me so much affection now. He loves throwing his arms around me. He loves having his arms around me. And the next time I saw him, he was so much more affectionate, and we were lying in bed and he was cuddling me, and I was like, oh, he hadn't done that the last time I'd seen him because it was slowly catching up to the way it used to be. Okay, so you can imagine that visualization as well, or affirm that he's doing that, darling. Any more questions, guys? My SP only texts me once a day. Should I still reply? Absolutely. And keep in contact? Yes. And just keep affirming? Yes, guys, you don't cut off contact with them or get all shitty with them. Oh, they're only contacting me once a day. Fuck you. Oh, wait 5 hours to text back. Guys, you created it. Why aren't you getting angry at you? What are you getting angry at them for? And punishing them with their one text. You're the one causing the one fucking text. You guys get this? It's your shitty thinking about you. I'm not wanted. He doesn't want me as much as I want him. I like him more than he likes me. He's looking at other girls. Is he going to text me back? That's what's causing the one text. Do I have a right to set boundaries for how she treats me? I would like to set some. Go ahead, darling, but you're going to have to do it in your head first. What you do out here doesn't matter. Are you getting this? You're not thinking good thoughts about you, so she's treating you like shit. You're not understanding that you need to set the boundary in your mind. Everyone speaks to me beautifully. Everyone treats me with love and respect. That's the boundary. Saying it out fucking loud is going to do fuck all. Fuck all. In fact, it will actually make her more pissed off and retaliate. You're not getting this. You've got to see her differently. Set the boundaries all you like. You're not understanding what manifesting is. It's with your mind, darling. You're doing. I'm not a doing coach. I'm a thinking coach. You've got to change your subconscious thinking about her and yourself to change her behavior. Telling her a boundary, setting a boundary is going to do fuck all. I'm telling you right now. Go ahead. It'll backfire fucking spectacularly in your face. Sorry. Should I do my self-concept? Oh, I saw that one. Any more questions, guys? I keep saying I'm a queen, and a friend of mine started his text, good morning, Your Majesty. Oh, really? Hooray! Good morning, Your Majesty. I love it. That's so cool. See, guys, they start to outpicture and reflect your affirmations. Okay, that's why I'm saying if you set boundaries in your mind. No one ever oversteps the mark with me. Everyone respects my time. Everyone appreciates me and respects my boundaries, and she will. She will. You won't have to say anything. See? That's proof of that. Any more questions, guys? So everything I think on repeat has to manifest. It will literally outpicture in the way people treat you, guys. Okay, so if you think I'm a queen, I'm treated like a queen, I'm a queen, I'm treated like a queen. Okay, people start doing it, like in that text. Okay? But you've really got to change your negative thinking. Guys, you've got to understand. From the age of 0 to 7, your subconscious thinking was formed, and that runs your life. And it runs 95% of your fucking thinking. Okay? And it's there running all day. And then people reflect what you're thinking back to you. Your subconscious negative shitty thinking. And your subconscious good thinking. Okay? So if you think you're going to be treated well, you will. If you think you're not, you won't. That's why I'm saying setting boundaries in the 3D doesn't do shit, because you've actually got to assume in your mind that that person is going to treat you well, and they will. Telling them to treat you well, setting boundaries doesn't do anything. because your subconscious thinking hasn't changed, which caused them to treat you the way they're treating you in the first place and overstepping boundaries with you. Because you're someone who lets people overstep boundaries because of what you at the core think about you. I'm not good enough. She's better than me. She thinks she's better than me. He loves her more than he loves me. She thinks she's the boss. Why do people not respect my wishes? That's the shit that's going on. Until you change that, you can set the boundaries all you fucking like in the 3D, and she'll still treat you like shit because of what you think about you. Understand? I want to manifest a call, but he deleted my number and doesn't know it by heart. What now? Doesn't matter, darling. People find you. Okay, think about people in World War II and they came back from World War II and they'd been in another country for 4 years and the love of their life had completely disappeared. There was no internet. There was no Facebook for them to find each other, and they still found each other. Guys, people want to find you, they'll find you. If you affirm that you're together, they will find you. Don't worry about the how. That's the how, and don't worry about that. Today I was repeating, I'm so beautiful, and one of my friends said, oh, you look so beautiful. Exactly, darling. They'll reflect your affirmations. I'm telling you right now. Yes, darling. So how would they know what the boundaries that I set in my head? You're not getting this, darling. People reflect your thinking. Telepathically, everyone is reflecting what you're thinking. Okay, what do you think about you? And tell me how she treats you. If you tell me in the chat how she treats you, and I'll tell you exactly what your thinking is and what you need to change. Tell me what she does that you hate. And I'll tell you what your shitty thinking about you and her is that's causing the situation. That's why she's doing it, darling. It's got nothing to do with her. It's your thinking that's causing her to treat you the way she is. Tell me in the chat, Destiny, how she treats you. What does she do? She does this, she does that, she says this, she says that to me. She does this to him. I'll tell you. Or book a call with me and we'll fucking fix it. I love that. Okay. Progress. Oh, capital letters. Progress reports are in 4 days. Can I affirm I have good grades? Yes, darling. Go and watch my How to Manifest Good Grades. Affirm I get all the grades I want. I am the best student in the class. When I do exams, I always get good grades. I am an A class student. Okay? Just affirm you get good grades, darling. Imagine getting your test back and the reports are exactly what you wanted them to say. Are you based in the UK? No, I'm in Perth, darling, WA. What do you think about revision? Guys, revision is what Neville said. If you did nothing else when manifesting, revision is the key. Go back and change the past. It constantly changes the future. It has no choice but to change the future. It's just a moment in time that's no longer there. It's just a memory. But I used to think I was annoying SP, then it started to be a BCH. What does BCH mean? I got it on first try. I got 100 on first try. Yes, say that. Or is that what happened? Can I still work with you if I'm in the UK? Yes, darling. I've had calls today, people in the States. I had calls the other week of people. I've got a call later in Israel. had one in Ethiopia the other day. I have constant calls of people in the UK. Okay, normally UK is 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK or 10 p.m. UK time are the times that I'm free because there's a terrible time difference here because I'm way ahead of you. You really got 100. Oh, well done, darling. I cannot visualize at all. Is it important? No, darling, just affirm. Lots of people can't visualize. You can either use a telephone technique, people saying things to you, imagine them saying things to you, or just affirm. Use affirmations, darling, and visualization isn't necessary. I know it ain't true. Why he doing it? I don't know what you're saying, Angie. Speak in English. Can I ask a question? 4 months ago, broke up. I've kept all of my SM tonight. He posted in a relationship. I know it ain't true. Why he doing it? I don't understand. Are you saying he's in another relationship and you think it ain't true and why is he in it? Guys, people end up in other relationships because at one point you had a fear that they would end up in another relationship after you break up and then they do. You create third parties with your fear. Is that what you're saying, darling? You created it with your thinking. He might find someone else. I hope he doesn't find someone else. I'm not good enough. He doesn't love me as much as I love him. And boom, you look on social media and he's got a relationship going on. Trust me. I love the support on your Facebook. It's amazing how we all help each other. Yes, guys, it's so nice. Yes, Martha, it's lovely in there, isn't it? So, guys, if you want to join the Facebook group, Manifest Live with Loz, put the spaces in between when you're looking for it or click the link in my TikTok or my Instagram and you'll find 400 people in there all helping each other. It's really lovely. If seeing improvement, do I create a new version of him as well as self-concept to get rid of the old shit? Yes, darling. If you're seeing an improvement, keep going with that new version. Don't think about the old version. Just keep at it. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. It takes a while for the new version to catch up. It takes a while for them to conform, darling. So don't picture the old them. Don't react to if they show up with the old self. Just affirm they're the new guy, okay? I cannot visualize. Oh, no, I saw that one. Can I still work with you? Yep. You can work with me if you're in the UK. Can you affirm when you're a little sad and lonely? Yes, guys, I affirm when I'm angry. Doesn't matter what mood you're in. You don't need to be positive to manifest. You just need to say positive thoughts. You don't need to be positive, believe it, any of that shit. Okay, it doesn't matter how you're feeling. It just matters what you're thinking. Okay, you can feel sad all day as long as you're thinking the new thought that's positive. But to get your mental back on and get out of that mood, do things to help your mood if you can. Any more questions, guys? He was honest with me, but I pushed him away. Now I see him. Okay, so you can see that you pushed him away. It's daunting when you realise that you do the pushing away, but don't worry too much about it. Neville speaks a lot about the Bible. How can we decipher what to take and leave? Look, guys, Neville isn't religious. Just so you understand, Neville wasn't a Christian at all. He didn't belong to a single religion. He wasn't a religious person. He was literally taking the Bible's meanings and deciphering them and trying to tell you it was a book about you. It's a book about your power. So when you listen to it, look, I was an atheist when I started listening to Neville, and I found it really hard to take because he does talk about Jesus Christ and blah, 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 and you're like, oh, fucking hell. All he's saying is, you are the power. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? Test yourself and see. It says the whole way through the book. He's trying to say, this is what the book's about. Don't you realize? It's all parables about your power, that God is in you. Now, he's not religious, so just try and get past that. And if not, just listen to Nevolution. She takes excerpts out and doesn't talk so much about the God stuff. She does excerpts of his lectures. Okay? Or listen to Joseph Ally. He explains Neville very well without a lot of the Bible stuff. Although he does refer to the biblical stuff a lot. How to get rid of a third party. Stop thinking about the bitch, darling. You created it with your mind, with your fearful thinking that there'll be a third party. Stop imagining them. If you can't ignore them, just accept that you created it and say, I'm changing you. I created this shitty reality where there's a third party. Don't worry, I'm changing you. And think in the end in your mind that you're together with that person and the third party doesn't even fucking exist in that scene. If you say it doesn't matter what you feel, Neville talks about feeling. Yes, darling, he talks about feeling is the secret. He means the feeling of it is done. He doesn't mean emotion. He says you can think of what the emotions would be if you were that, if you are the man or woman you want to be. How would you feel about that? How would you see the world from being that person? Yes, but he doesn't mean you need emotion to manifest. It's not what he's saying. People misunderstand Neville all the time because the book is called Feeling is the Secret. He means the feeling of it is done, the feeling of completion. He doesn't mean generate emotions. He means the thinking that you think of I am that, it is done, might generate feelings afterwards, but they're not necessary. They're not the initial thing that creates the manifestation. Does that make sense? It's very confusing when he says feelings. She will go off randomly at my husband for stuff about the past 4 years ago. I have asked what I can do. Help, part 2. Darling, you've got to see her differently. I'm sorry. It's got nothing to do with her. She does this, she does that, she blah, blah. You've got to see her differently. She won't turn up differently unless you start seeing her as pleasant, amicable, they get along well, the past is dead to her, she's so nice to him. Ask for money. Oh, she's constantly asking for money. She's this, she's that. She's such a narcissistic bitch. She's blah. And that's exactly how she'll turn up. I don't want to tell you, darling. You're literally repeating the story in the fucking chat and you're not getting this. I just said to you, stop thinking badly of her and you're still fucking doing it in the chat. You're not understanding. You may as well log off now. I'm saying this from experience. You need to see her differently. Write down the old version of her. Burn it. Now write the new one, the one you want. And start picturing her only this way. And don't react to her. Don't react to the stories when he tells you about her. And see her differently. You're not understanding this. And it won't change. You have to change you to change them. It's got nothing to fucking do with them. I don't care what their history was. I don't care how she treated him in the past. How you see her now is how she'll show up in the future. See her differently. Stop bitching about her. Stop talking about her. Don't even breathe life into the bitch about even mentioning her. If he starts talking about her, change the fucking subject. I'm saying this from experience. Trust me. Don't see her that way. Now, don't be sorry, darling. I'm just saying it from experience. The more you bitch about her, the more you talk about her, the more you dwell on the history of them, the more she will stay like that in your fucking reality and she'll treat you equally badly. You don't have to apologize. I'm just trying to say to you, that's how it works. They will show up how you see them, how you describe them. Stop describing her that way. When you don't see movement all day, should I keep affirming and that's all? Yes, darling, just say there is always movement. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean there's not movement. I have faith in the unseen. You can start affirming those kind of things and do your other affirmations. What are my affirmations to maintain my SP? All your self-concept, darling. And he's here because he loves me. He's back because he loves me. Or not he's back. He's here because he loves me so much. Constantly, constantly, constantly reaffirm that he's there because he loves you, and work on your self-concept. I don't want to remember how he was before. I just see him different. Is that okay? Yes, darling, that's fantastic. Don't see them how they were before. I don't want you to. I want you to paint a whole new picture of them and see only that new man. Death to the old man, only see the new man. How to ignore the 3D. Guys, if you can't ignore it, don't try. Just accept it for what it is. Oh, I created you. Oh, yes, I created this shitty 3D reality with my thinking. I'm changing my thinking, so I'm changing you. Okay? Thanks, 7th Spice Girl. How to manifest my crush to ask me out on a date. Just imagine you're together already in your mind, darling. He likes me so much. He loves me. He's my boyfriend. He loves being my boyfriend. Imagine he is. Say he's constantly calling and texting me. He loves taking me out on dates. Okay? Any more questions, guys? Is believing your affirmations necessary? Absolutely not. Please stop watching any dumb bitch who's told you that. Guys, your thoughts are formed from 0 to 7, your subconscious thinking. How long did it take you to believe, I'm fat and ugly, no one loves me, I'm not wanted, all men cheat, my relationships never work out? It took a long time to believe that shit. They were just thoughts at first, then they became beliefs. Your affirmations, you're not going to believe at all at first, ever. Anyone telling you have to believe them is a fucking lunatic who doesn't understand how thinking works. Thinking creates beliefs. You have to think it first for a long time repetitively before you even believe it. You don't have to believe it. It's ridiculous to expect to believe an affirmation. Anyone who's telling you to do that, press not interested on the For You page and get rid of that stupid idiot. I can't see any more questions, guys. I'm going to log off soon. Okay, guys, if you want one-to-one coaching with me, DM me. You send me a backstory. We work on it on the call. It's $110 US. Manifest Live with Loz is the Facebook page. You can watch all these lives back. You can ask questions of each other. You can give each other help. It's a lovely, positive community. And do follow me on Manifest Live with Loz on TikTok because I go live twice daily. Your videos have literally made me feel and think more positively. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, my darling Mama Chen. Oh, that's great. Thank you, guys. I will see you later.